Hey guys, what's up? All right, so got a new project. I still need to work on my 69 Charger, but I got this other project that wanted to work on. So let me figure out how to flip my phone around. All right, so here we are. It's an 81, turn it this way, 81 C10. It's got some sort of V8 in it. I'm not exactly sure, and I didn't ask, so I'll have to get, oh, ouch, hit my head. I'll have to get back there and look at the numbers on the block and see what it is. Guessing 350 or 305. But anyway, so this is what it is. Tried to start it when I was there trying to buy it, or when I bought it. It would turn over, but it would not fire. So kind of seems like it's not getting any spark, to be honest. Did have AC, no longer does. They put a new power steering pump on it, but it doesn't have a belt to it, so not sure why. It does leak something. Looks like power steering fluid right here, but no oil, surprisingly. Does not leak any oil. Well, although it hasn't ran for a while and it hasn't been started, so the oil is probably all down in the oil pan, not warmed up. I bet it will leak oil when I try to start it, though. She's got some weight reduction, specifically back in the bed, back here. I think that helps it make it go faster. Kind of like a spoiler, keeps the wind, keeps the downforce on it. Well, you can't see that, but when I did look at it when I was there, it did have some of the supports were bed supports were rusted through, so I really don't think this bed is really any good. So I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna do anything with it, but if somebody buys it, they'll have to address that. The fenders themselves aren't bad. The inner fenders are pretty rusty, but they're not terrible. You can always get those replaced, buy new ones. They're cheap. So let's take a look inside. Oh, this driver's side has some more weight reduction as well, right down here. Cab corner, usual rocker, and then the floor. I have not pulled that up the rest of the way. I'm sure there's more under there, but she's got 85,000 on there. Guessing that is 185. Nice little CD player. Glove box. There's not much in there, but we do have some parts. There's some fuel filters and stuff down here on the floor. The dust cover for the transmission. Saw they did replace one of the valve cover gaskets. We got these nifty, oops, can't see those, nifty hold downs. The other set are, they are on the engine. And I did see these in here, so rods. Did we, and they're, I mean, there's 8 of them here. They all look brand new. So I'm not sure, like, did they think they had a vent brush rod, or is this some sort of kit that they bought from somewhere? I'm not sure. Actually, look on here. It looks like they bought all this stuff from Amazon. Electric fuel pump, which when we did try to start it, I heard it run, the fuel pump run, and I saw there's a block-off plate on the block. Might try to just, because I haven't crawled under it to see what we got going on under there, to see if there's any sort of regular fuel pressure regulator or anything. Not sure what these go to. Maybe that's the radio power? I don't know. Some more taped up stuff. Looks like, well, there's some fuses missing, and I'm not sure if that is keeping it from running or not, but I wouldn't think, well, maybe, I don't know. Wouldn't think so. So we're gonna test sparkulators and see if we can get it, see if we have any spark. I'm guessing no, but I could be wrong. I don't know what that goes to. Some sort of, it is a quadrajet carburetor. I'm guessing that might be original to this, but there's lots of hoses hanging off of it that aren't hooked up, so I'm guessing they go somewhere. All right, well, let me go get my tripod and get it set up and see if we can get this thing to spark. All right, here we go. Got everything hooked up. Got my tester right here and my button. So let's see if we have any spark here. I do not think we do. All right. So I'm gonna get my voltmeter. See if I got my voltmeter. Let's see here. I'm guessing. So let's pull this off and see if we have any voltage to. You know what? Probably need the key on. Let's plug this back in and see if we can have spark that way. And we might. Ooh. And we do. So we know we're getting spark. Ow, God. Just right off the bat, we do have a pretty good fuel leak right here, so that's awesome. So we know we're getting spark. I'm pretty sure we know we're getting fuel, and there's fuel in it. We know we're getting fuel to the carburetor at least. Oh, I did have this off, 'cause I was checking the other day. I just got it the other day, but I was just checking to see if we have had any fuel to the carburetor, which we did. All right, let's see here. now there's no fuel squirting. Let's pour some down in there and pour some gas down in there and see if it'll fire up. Well, I need a smaller bottle. Hopefully we don't start on fire. I don't know if that is the engine making that. So we clearly have some sort of knocking noise happening internally. Which I am guessing is the reason why they, that's the reason why they have those rods. So that's disappointing because they did not tell me that at all. So let me regroup and probably pull these head gaskets off. Should look and see. Okie dokie, here we go. So, yesterday, had to stop early, had kids' stuff to go to. I flared this little piece here and fixed our fuel leak that was leaking right here. I still don't. There must be no gas in there because I don't hear any. I don't see any gas coming out of the secondaries. But we're gonna try to get it running with the bottle of gas here. Check the oil. It is way over full, so that's wonderful. I don't think it'll hurt anything, but it is over full. They did fill it to the top. Alright. Here we go. Let's see if we'll get it going again. Out of gas. I'll have to go get some 5-gallon gas. I don't know what that something inside the motor, I think. I mean, that's loose, but I don't think that would do it, would it? No, definitely not. definitely got to be something inside the motor. So that sucks. I guess I need to figure out if it's a 305 or 350. Not sure that it really makes a difference, but definitely got some stuff going on inside there. So guessing they had this off and did something with it. I don't know if it could be that side. I suppose we'll start by taking the valve covers off and seeing what we got going on, because it definitely has something going on. Oh, that must be the, I don't know what that is. There's all sorts of wires hanging down. This used to be, I'm guessing, for the AC, which is no longer hooked up, because it goes back into this little harness back over to here. So that's what I'm guessing that is all for. Fun stuff. All right, let's get the PVC valve out of there. Get this crap, get it out of the way, and it's just 4 bolts. They got cork gaskets for this thing. I will probably go ahead and buy the good ones, the ones you can reuse that are better. Guessing those are 7/16. Move my little gas. Oop, wrong way. Good news is I got some pretty sweet chrome studs for this side. I think this motor is original to this truck. It's in the, yes, I don't know, corporate blues. Is corporate blue the Chevrolet color, or is that the Mopar color? I always forget. Tapper loose up here. Maybe. I might need to get my screwdriver, I guess. All right, here we go. Oh my God, it's getting the shit out of it, getting off here. Oh, there we go. I don't know. There is some evidence of coolant in there. Some milkshakiness. But when I checked the dipstick, there was no milkshake on there. I don't see any concerns here. Yeah, that's doesn't look good. So, I guess we know there's some sort of water in the oil, so I'm guessing. I wonder if it's got a blown head gasket, and then hopefully we didn't wipe the cam, but I guess we'll find out. We'll pull this top end off. Guess I'm gonna have to pull the top end off and see, which I was hoping I didn't do. I didn't have to do. So when I bought the truck from the lady, she couldn't get it started. She said her husband had a trick to get it started. That should have been my first sign, right? And that it ran good, but it wouldn't move. He had trouble getting it into gear, is what I was told. But obviously the reason why it needed to be trailered is, you guys heard it firsthand, it's because of the knock in the motor. I'm hoping it's just a push rod and not a piston rod. If it is, then we will probably be looking for a new motor, which isn't a big deal, but that kind of gets into my budget way too much, more than I wanted. I really wanted just to get this one tuned up and going and get it going, but that is obviously not going to happen. Good Lord. Do they normally put that many shims in on those upper A-arms? That seems like a lot. Alright, so I guess here we go. Pulling everything else off of here. Let's get the suppose I'll unhook this stupid thing again. Instead of ruining that hose, well, I'll just unhook it. I really need to find a flared barb fit for this. Ouch. Fuck. That hurt. I mean, darn it. It does have a return fuel pump on it, which actually seems to work fairly well. I was in the process of trying to find a air compressor. I was in the process of trying to find a mechanical one, but I don't think that's needed. Definitely blown head gasket and probably through a rod. That is my guess. And that sucks. But we'll see if we can fix it and get her back on the road. Okay, I gotta get my wrench and unhook the battery so I don't shock myself unhooking the alternator. Hoping I can just, oh no, I'll have to unhook the alternator all the way because it's in the way of everything. Of course, 7/16. You know, I had a bunch of small block Chevy parts that I got rid of, and kind of sucks that I don't have them because probably could have used them. Gotta have this off anyway. We need to get a power steering. Got a small enough belt for this. Gonna have to undo this one too. All right, so I got the top end tore off. Basically everything was pretty straight. There wasn't any bent rods or anything like that. So what I think happened is, just looking at this, there was some, like what we saw in the valve or on the heads. When I pulled the valve covers, there was some milkshake up there. When I pulled this, especially this head over here, the head gasket was rusted through. So I think what happened is coolant fed down into the motor, into the block, into the oil, and they drove it like that for a period of time and spun a bearing. And that's the noise we're hearing. So tomorrow I will, suppose I'll try to, I think I could pull the oil pan from underneath. And so that's what I'll try to do, is pull the oil pan and see if we can't see that spun bearing under there. But yeah, fun stuff. Most likely be looking for a different block. I did look, supposedly this is a 350 4-bolt main block, and I think this is actually original to this truck. The exhaust seems original. It had all the smog stuff on it, had everything else that would be hooked up normally. So I think it's original, or it's a replacement block of some sort, but it is supposedly a 350 4-bolt main, based on the numbers. All right, we're back at her. Before I go and pull the oil pan off, I'm gonna pull this fuel pump cover off, because I kind of wondered if they left the rod in there. I just want to make sure. I hope they weren't dumb enough to do that, but you never know. So might as well do that before we do the other. That's probably not the right one for those. just as I expected. It's in there. Why? Uh-oh, that little plate comes off there. I wouldn't think that would be my noise, but we'll see. I mean, is it possible that that thing was bouncing up and down and making that knocking noise? I don't know. I guess so. I mean, honestly, I hope that's it. Save me having to go buy another motor. Because I am not going to fix this one if it's the bottom end. I guess it doesn't look like it's been banging against anything, so I don't know. I don't know, guys. We're just gonna go with it. All right. It was in there, so now I'm gonna take the oil pan off, I guess. I think I can do all that. Looks like there's enough room under here to do all that. It's gonna suck, but probably need to. So, here we go. All right, guys, get this. Let me get this the right way up for you all. All right, guys, get this. Got the car, got it truck jacked up, got under here, started looking, and the torque converter has no bolts. So didn't know that either. Guess they left that part out. They did mention that, the lady did mention that her husband had a hard time getting it in gear and couldn't get it in gear last time. So I'm wondering if those either backed themselves out and they broke. I don't know. The dust cover was off of it, so who knows. Maybe they were in the process of pulling the motor. I don't know. I really don't want to pull the motor or pull the pan off under here. Just to put it back on to go get another motor. It's probably not that big a deal, but it's, I mean, like, it just, you're under here, it's not fun. It's probably gonna leak after I pull it and put new gaskets and crap on it. Looks like it leaks already. Maybe I should pull it and then we can put a one-piece gasket on it. Call it good. And see if the motor does have a knock, because I'm wondering if, oh, almost got a drop of coolant in my eye. I'm wondering if they were in the process of pulling the motor because it had a knock in it. I don't know. I mean, regardless, it would have to be pulled. So do we pull the pan off to see, or do I just put gaskets on it and call it good, see if it runs? If it doesn't, go get another one, go back through the process of pulling everything off. Well, I wouldn't have to pull everything off, but go back through and just buy a used motor and put it in here. I think that's what we'll do. We'll bolt everything back on, see if it'll run, see if it still has that same noise after I get the torque converter hooked up, and we'll go from there. All right, so it's been a couple days since I've worked on the C10, but as you can see here, got a new engine. Went and bought this one locally from a guy, heard it run. It ran fine, seemed to run fine, so this is what we're putting in it. It's a 350. I think everything looks pretty much original on it. I don't think there hasn't been anything done to it. I think it came out off of a, what did he say? 78 or 79, or came out of a 78 or 79 pickup that the guy had. It came out of a 3/4 ton, so I believe, given the number stamped on it, it should be a 4-bolt main. I think that's what they put in those old 3/4 tons. Could be wrong, but not sure. Anyway, ran good. A little bit of lifter noise, but nothing to be worried about. So I started cleaning it up, washed it off, all that good stuff. And that's probably as far as I'm taking it right now. Just gonna leave it like this. Not even gonna paint it. Put some different plugs in it. Well, probably just leave those plugs in it. They're working just fine. Maybe check the gap on them. And then we'll go from there. So right now I am going to get it jacked up in the air and change the oil. It looks like we got some oil dripping out of there. That's from the valve cover. So the guy gave me these valve covers, and they are, there's no gaskets. So whoever put them on the engine that he took them off of, they caked on the RTV to get them to seal. So they're, the flanges are all RTV'd up, but here we go. Get the oil change, oil out of it. I got new oil pan gasket. While it's out, I'm just gonna do the front timing cover seal, the rear main seal, just to make sure. Well, can't guarantee it won't leak, but I'm hoping it won't after I do that. Raising it all the way to the moon and having oil splattered all over. Fell over. I should have got it ratchet. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna get a ratchet because I'll be here all day doing that. There we go. I imagine the oil's a little watery from me washing it. Oil getting in the valve covers and all that jazz, so not too worried about it, but get this guy out there too. I'm gonna have to get my wrench. Got my good oil wrench. Oil hose wrench. Use this on everything. Just kidding. I'm just using it on this because I don't care about this filter. Ooh, the paint's flaking off right into the... The oil does smell gassy too, so wondering if she may have been a little rich. Oh, my goodness. Slow process. All right, it's coming out. I mean, I'm gonna take the pan off anyway, but I just wanted to get most of it out. So go ahead and put that guy back in there. Still really greasy. I used the Super Clean engine degreaser, but my pressure washer, but this stuff is just caked on here in spots, and I just don't want to spend a lot of time cleaning it up, to be honest. Seat height because I'm gonna sit down and do this, but bring you over here. We're gonna pull that guy off of there. Oops. All right, evidently the video cut out and you guys missed all this, but got the harmonic balancer off, took the crank pulley off. Soaking some parts in some purple power, which has seemed to be working well. Gonna soak that harmonic balancer in that too. So now, I'll put this thing back because there's no reason for it to be scattered everywhere like it is. Install it with this, so just can only pull it. hate how all this junk is on here. Where's my free clean? So I'm just gonna, I'm not scrubbing free clean because I hate that it's greasy and grimy, and I'm gonna put it in a truck that I'm gonna sell just like me. So I'm gonna get scrapers and just scrape that out. A couple different scrapers here and scrape these, and then we'll start pulling the oil pan. That's gonna get. All right, let's get the oil pan off. The other ones are 7/16. Use this. Get all the 7/16 ones off. We'll put it in the old purple power bucket, let them soak. Or actually, it might be better if I just get a cup. I'll just got some paint cups. I'll just put them in. Use some purple power. Easier. Alright, got them all from this side, and this side. Just grease and grime everywhere on this side. Get up and go to the other side and get that. Goes out of here. There we go. Damn. See, and even though I cleaned that off with shit, it's still pee. Like, just everywhere. Probably shouldn't care as much, but it just bugs me. That's all on there. Honestly, I'm tempted. Like, this is a nice feature and all, but do I really need that bolted up? I mean, I guess if these come off here. Probably get them snapped back on there one way or another. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna reuse those. Other socket. The other bolts, which I believe are half. Got those. Now, let's knock this bad boy loose. Guess I didn't expect that to happen. So. What is that? Wait, that's there. That is a thick steel. I do not think that we're supposed to do that. Of course, it splattered all over me, so that's not fun. Just making a fool of myself today. Okay, I'm back at it again today. I got my front seal put in. I got the two-piece rear put back in. Now I'm going to do the oil pan gasket. So I didn't video that yesterday. Sorry about that. Just things were a mess, and I spilled oil everywhere, and I was just flustered with that. So trying to get that cleaned up, and got it pretty much cleaned up. But that two-piece seal was a bit of a booger, honestly. I've never done one with the crank still in there, but it was a bit of a booger, but easy at the same time. You just got to kind of take a punch and get it started. And once you get it started around the crank, that notch that it has, then you can grab it with pliers and it slides around there really easy. The new one goes in slicker than snot, really easy to do. So just got to make sure when you put your main cap back on that you also put RTV on the ends where the two-piece seals unite, so that you have a good seal there. I feel like I'm saying seal a lot. But I got a one-piece oil pan gasket, and we will put that on. Comes with these, since this engine's up like this, it comes with these nice thingies here to screw in. Let that sit there and tack up a little bit. And while that tacks up, I am going to clean up these other valve covers a little bit. So I'm going to make you guys watch me do that. But that's what I'll be doing while that does that. All right, now I think we have waited long enough. The oil pan gasket is probably ready to go in. It's probably tacked up enough. So let's get that going. Use the one-piece gasket. Not a big fan of the other ones that are the two-piece that go in there. Used them and they don't work very well, so this is what I am doing. We'll stick this guy up here. Little dowels are awesome. You don't have to do anything with them, and comes with new bolts and washers, so I don't have to reuse the old greasy ones, which I was working on cleaning those up, but I'm just going to use these new ones. There's studs that come along here that are for the battery cable, that hold the battery cable in. Like, I guess that's probably a nice to have, but I guess I'm not gonna use them. I don't think I need them. I just don't want to use them. Get back on my stool here. I'm lazy and don't want to bend over. The old back. Oh, that's awesome. Don't do that. Okay. So there's those. There's a couple right here. I don't know how many I'm supposed to have because I haven't opened up the other bolts. I think I found them all. All right. I think I found all the washers. I need to just put a new blade in my knife. I think the tip cover's dull and I just continue to use it. Not gonna snug them up until I'm ready to actually tighten them. Oh. That did not work. Guess we gotta get started. And we can tighten them with that. I just saw one. There it is. Oh, there's more. I didn't get picked up the first time. That side done. Now to the other side. I feel like I am missing a few washers. Got that.
Dad,
What?
my friends are going down like to play outside. Can I go?
Why don't you get your mile in?
But they're all Yes.
Sure. Remember, you have to do your mile.
I will.
I am missing 2 of these, so I did not get them all picked up. So they're over there in that pile of shit somewhere. I'll find them. I will find them somewhere in there. I hope. See any others. You know, I'll probably find it after I get it all tightened up, which that's usually the way it goes. So I am, oh no, it's over here, all the way over here. Perfect. Got it. Put in corner bolts now. See if I can do these by hand. I get a screwdriver. Be a lot easier with a screwdriver. All right, here we are, getting ready to drop this engine in. 350 four. It's just a 350. We'll just call it that. Got everything cleaned up as good as I'm gonna in here. So stay tuned. Hopefully we get her in soon. All right. Got it all in here, ready to go. I have fired it up. So I haven't recorded that yet, but we're gonna fire it up again. Let's put that fuel filter on there. And we're gonna take her for a test drive. So we'll see how that goes. All right, we got her running with 350. All right, going on a test drive. Got brake line blew the other day when I went to try to drive it, so couldn't drive it. Had to wait for a brake part. I just replaced the whole line with go, backing out. Sounds pretty decent. Brakes are still a little squishy. Probably need to do a little more mess with them, but it stops. It actually drives. This is just in town here. The steering column does not have tilt. You should be a little more comfortable. Coming up to a stop sign. So none of the dash lights work for some reason, and I'm not really sure why. It's loud, real loud. But the turn signals do work on the outside. I got a couple of lights are broken on the front, the parking turn signal lights, so got parts coming to fix those. No exhaust, it's just little turn downs from the manifold, so it's a little loud. Let's get it up here, get it on the highway, and we can see if we can see how it accelerates through the gears. It is gonna be loud. Got my littlest one here riding with me. All right. Man, I still need to work on the brakes a little bit. I don't know. All right, here we go. Going about 45. Ride's pretty smooth, doesn't it? Kick downward. All right. Now we're gonna cross the street here. See how we go. That's pretty good. All right, we made it back from the test drive. It really just ran pretty good for what it is. The temperature stayed down. I got on it pretty good. Shifted hard. The kick down cable's working. I mean, it's all you can ask for with this thing for everything that's unknown about it. So got it running. Brakes work okay. They need more done to it. I'm not sure if it needs a new master cylinder or what. It probably does, unfortunately, because it just seems like it's not a firm pedal like you'd want to see. It's really squishy, and not like squishy to the floor. There's still some resistance, but not like what I would want, it seems like. So a little more to do on that. Get the rest of the light stuff coming, and maybe mess with these dash lights to see if I can get them working. I mean, the one turn signal indicator works, but the other one doesn't. So I'm wondering if like the rest of them's just, I don't think it's a fuse, because I checked all the fuses and they all worked. I think they're all there. So I wonder if it's just a bad, maybe a bad light switch. Well, but the headlights turn on, so I don't really know. I'm gonna mess with it more. I guess it could be a bad light switch and that part of the switch doesn't work. I don't know, but I'm gonna mess with it more and see where that gets us. But that does it for this video. I might do a couple, at least one more video, maybe do one more video messing with the electrical stuff, but I'll probably just show that in a little short or something, that everything works. But for now, this is it. Peace out, guys.